breathe. It really needs to breathe, hence the larger glass. 10 minutes ago, Floris and guests were talking about various vintages of Bollinger, or various vintages of Champagne, or various vintages of all great wines. It's all about time, and Bollinger R.D. is all about time. Because we want to pay tribute, indeed, to Madame Bollinger, she was the first person to find that great champagne can age properly on the lees for a number of years. Remember that she introduced Bollinger R.D. with a 1952 vintage in 1967, so 15 years later. And if you put yourself back in perspective at that time, it was quite bold, quite audacious for someone to release a champagne which is 15 years old. Normally people would think that champagne is 1.5 years for non-vintage and 3 years maximum for vintage, and then it's gone. And she had this vision, that Bollinger style, and you all kindly describe the style of Bollinger, which you all know very much, which is oxidative, meant to age, because of the quality of the grape we use and the time we take, because the fermentation in oak will help the wine to age further. She knew everything, and she said, okay, I want to try, on best years, to release a wine which is 15 years of age. And now, this year, we are celebrating 50 years of this, because we moved from 52 to 2002. And almost the same recipe, which is basically 2/3 or 60% minimum of Pinot and 40% Chardonnay. This is precisely the blend of 2002, which was a great year, not a bumper year, but great year quality-wise. That's why the Chardonnay were showing very nicely and Pinot Noir were showing extremely nice. We want to get a fine blend and fine balance. That's why we only have, I would say, 60% of Pinot Noir Grand Cru and 40% of Chardonnay, which is rare for Bollinger to get such a large proportion of Chardonnay. The Chardonnay will appear on the nose first. You see, you have this vanilla flavor, this smoky flavor, and then you have the strength of the Pinot Noir coming. Remember, the Pinot Noir is the backbone. So we are very pleased to show this wine for the first time here in Holland today. It's something to celebrate, I think, because Bollinger R.D. 2002 will have certainly many followers, and we hope so, and we already know that. Luckily, I shouldn't say so, but we have managed to keep a number of bottles of this particular vintage in our cellars on the lees. This one was disgorged, I think we need to check on the back table, I said to some of you, probably September last year. 19th. So that's September? 19th of September, that's one. Okay, that's the first. So it's been put back in the cellars for 3 months after we added a little bit of dosage. Remember, it's an extra brut. 6 grams? No, 3 grams. 3 grams per liter. So you don't need sugar for such a long aged wine. So it's extra brut. I guess we can say that it's the only top cuvée of champagne which is extra brut. But we don't really fancy that. That's not the issue. Recently disgorged. That's what you know what it means. Bollinger R.D. stands for recently disgorged. Recently disgorged is not the thing we want to really emphasize on. It's simply a date when we actually took the lees out, meaning that it's been aged for a long period, and then put back in the cellar for 3 months before being labeled and corked. So that's important. So again, this wine has been bottled in March, April 2003, and been disgorged in September 2013, so it's good 10.5 years on the lees. I think when you taste the wine, you can see how fresh it still is. It is developing already only on the secondary aromas, I think. It will come into the tertiary aroma later on. And if you compare with the Grand A 204, I think you find 204 more elaborated, more age. If you tightly blend, you'll be probably mixing the wine, thinking that this is R.D. and this is Grand A. Exactly the opposite. Again, we believe R.D. We only produce and release Bollinger R.D. when we think the year really is worth it. Hence, to answer your question about will 204 become Bollinger R.D., I leave it to you on judgment. But what we think is 202 is one of the most remarkable vintage for the past 20 years.
You know, it's house wine.
Yes.
In the taste, it's much vibrant.
It has more vibrancy. Yes. But this, remember, it's just opening now. It's just.
Yeah, it's air.
So leave it for 10 minutes, and then you see new layers of flavor coming up.